What if every choice you believe is yours is just an illusion? What if freedom itself is the greatest puzzle we can never fully solve? Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind tugging at your clothes and hair, the horizon stretching endlessly before you, a blur of possibility and peril. Every gust seems to whisper, the path ahead is yours to choose, or perhaps it is already written, hidden in the currents of fate. From the sunlit streets of ancient Athens to the rain-soaked boulevards of modern Paris, thinkers have wrestled with the profound weight of choice, the invisible chains of circumstance, and the dizzying freedom of human will. Socrates wandered the bustling Agora centuries ago, his gaze both gentle and piercing, asking the deceptively simple yet terrifying question, do you know what you know? With that single query, he forced us to confront not merely the accumulation of knowledge, but the very act of choosing, the conscious, trembling shaping of life itself. He revealed that every decision, no matter how small, carries the echo of consequence, the subtle imprint of who we are and who we might yet become. In that tension between knowledge and choice, between certainty and doubt, we feel both the exhilaration and the vertigo of true freedom, the fragile, luminous space where intellect meets existence, and where every heartbeat becomes a deliberate act of creation. Centuries after Socrates, Jean-Paul Sartre returned to the stage of human consciousness with a stark, uncompromising declaration. Freedom is absolute, unbounded, and inescapable. In a universe stripped of divine scripts, sacred destinies, or preordained paths, we are thrown into existence and condemned to choose. Every action we take, every hesitation we entertain, every silence we allow carries the weight of self-definition, carving our essence in real time. Yet within this boundless liberty lies a shadow, the vertigo of freedom. How can a human soul endure the dizzying expanse of infinite possibilities? Each choice rippling outward to reshape not only the trajectory of our lives, but the very architecture of who we are. The paradox gnaws at us. To be fully free is to bear an unrelenting responsibility, a pressure that can suffocate the timid and awaken the audacious. Sartre's insight pierces the ordinary, even the mundane acts of daily life. Breathing, speaking, choosing a path to walk are laden with profound existential significance. In that tension, we confront our most intimate truth. Freedom is exhilarating, terrifying, and inseparable from the courage it demands. Yet, can we ever claim to be truly free? Modern neuroscience complicates this age-old question, whispering that perhaps our autonomy is more illusion than fact. Experiments suggest that the brain may initiate actions milliseconds before our conscious mind even registers a choice. Do we act, or are we merely the witnesses to the decisions our neurons have already made? This unsettling insight seems to challenge everything Sartre proclaimed, yet he would not yield. He insists that even in a world where constraints, biological, social, or psychological, shape the contours of our choices, responsibility remains ours alone. True freedom, he argues, is not the absence of limits. It is the conscious engagement with them, the unflinching courage to act within and against them, and the refusal to let the invisible architecture of circumstance dictate the content of our lives. To live, then, is to wrestle with the unseen forces around us and still claim our hand in shaping our destiny. But here's the paradox. If our brains follow intricate patterns and impulses we scarcely perceive, much of what we do arises before conscious awareness can catch up. How can our choices ever be truly authentic? Kierkegaard captured this haunting tension with the phrase, the dizziness of freedom. That vertiginous, almost nauseating awareness that every decision we make reverberates through the very fabric of our existence. To pause, to hesitate, to act with deliberate intention, knowing that even the smallest choice shapes the person you are becoming, is both a profound gift and a relentless torment. Each decision stretches out like a thread in the vast tapestry of your life, delicate and irreversible, asking you to confront the sublime responsibility and terrifying possibility that to choose is to define yourself. Spinoza offers a mirror to this tension. To him, freedom is not the absence of necessity, but the clear-eyed understanding of it. The laws of nature, the structures of society, the boundaries of our own bodies, they do not dissolve at the touch of human will. And yet, Within these very limits lies the space for our most profound expressions of freedom. To recognize necessity is not to surrender, but to awaken. In knowing what cannot be changed, we discover what can. Psychology echoes this vision. Even under constraint, humans experience agency. We imagine alternatives, we weigh consequences, we reshape our past in memory and project futures in hope. We are not passive before the world. We are storytellers of our own becoming. Spinoza's lesson is stark but liberating. Freedom is not to escape the cage, but to realize that even within its bars, we still write the meaning of our flight. Consider this. Each day, each moment, a crossroads quietly emerges. On one side lies the certainty of habit, the comfort of repetition, the soothing rhythm of the familiar. On the other side, the abyss of possibility, the open wound of the unknown, raw with risk and promise. Which path do you take? More haunting still. How do you step into the void between them where neither map nor compass can guide you? This is the heart of existential freedom, a truth both exhilarating and terrifying, inescapable yet endlessly malleable. For even as science whispers of hidden limits, of neurons firing before choice reaches our awareness, philosophy insists that reflection itself is freedom, that to pause, to weigh, to ask, is already to transcend. And even when life hems us in with walls of necessity, the voice of responsibility still echoes, reminding us that meaning is not given. It is made, moment by fragile moment, at the edge of every decision. And now, we return to the question from the beginning. Are you truly free, or merely convinced that you are? The existential answer is not comforting, but it is liberating. Freedom is not the absence of constraint. It is the embrace of responsibility. It is the courage to act with awareness, to shape meaning from possibility, to live deliberately in the face of uncertainty. Take a moment. Which choices today truly reflected you, which were shaped by unseen patterns, expectations, or fear? Share your reflections in the comments below. Every choice, every thought, is an invitation to live fully and to confront the dizzying, beautiful truth of freedom.